Welcome to Makemusicfree, the channel that teaches you how to make music. Okay, so today we are going to look into the final part of using the 3 oscillators. Now, we've done quite a lot of stuff already with it, but I'm going to put it into a playlist, and I'm also going to show you how to make a build-up. So just quickly, all I've done, I've not really done much, all I've done is just muted that for the second, just so I could hear that it sounds quite cool on its own. Okay, so what we're going to do is make sure that this oscillator is on its own FX channel, and then with the one that's on insert 1, which is your melody one, I'm going to put the reverb back on it, and that's all that sounds like. Obviously to taste, that's probably about right for me. I'd probably say it about 80% maybe, and it's normal sort of standard settings. But there are other things on there. If you click on these little arrows, there's venue. It's a little bit too much for me, so we can do that. I'm also thinking it might be nice to put a bit of ping pong just to see what it sounds like. By ping pong I just mean a delay. So if we just quickly right click and go on delay, and then just quickly do to stereo. No. Okay, so now this what? Oh, sorry, I need to explain this now. So all this is this is just a delay. Okay, so on here, most of the time you don't really need to worry about too much. The feedback is like the response you get from the delay, but basically FL sends this delay the signal that you want to delay, and then it sends something back with this feedback on. Now the only thing that's really important is like the volume of the feedback here. I've got it on ping pong, so EP pong mode, and if you turn that up to preference, see how it changes? Maybe turn the feedback down. And that's just reverbing the whole thing. It sounds really nice. Okay, and with that I might actually put on a little free filter. This filter is really shit, but just to show you, I won't actually do it for this video, but I'll show you why I think it would sound quite cool. I'll just demonstrate it, B being the computer. See, it sounds quite cool. But that's up to you. If you want to do that, all you need to do is a fruity filter, right click on this and do create automation clip, and then you can start doing stuff, and that clip will go to the playlist. Okay, so now I'm talking about the playlist, so I'm going to look at it a bit more and tell you what I want to do now. So if we press F5 or just go to the playlist, and you'll get the grid up, the grid that I was talking about. At the moment it's not set to anything, so it'll be set to pattern 1 here. Make sure it's set to pattern 1, and then you can draw this out. Okay, and make sure your snap's on like bar or whatever for now, and I'm just going to draw yeah, maybe 4 patterns like that. Now I don't want to put this bass line on that same thing, because I want it to come in here as the bass, as like the bass line. So what I'm going to do is just remute it so it's playing again. Right click, go onto the piano roll, select that melody and copy it, and then delete it on this pattern. Okay, so that it's separate. So we want to separate it from pattern 1. So if you just go on to pattern 2, and then literally just paste it into that thing. If you didn't get that, just go back over it. So now what will happen is that bass line is going to come in. So we just want to draw 4 more of that. So what we'll do is we'll play this. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to get it to stop playing the delay when it gets onto the main thing, when it gets onto the bass line. So the way to do that is just to go onto the mixer quickly and right click on this button here and do create automation clip. So what that does is it tells you it's either on or off with these ones. So if you right click and then get it so that it turns off the second that it gets to this point, then you'll get this kind of sound. So So what we're trying to do is just kind of build it up a little bit. I'm going to just pull the bass line down so it's more in line with the kick. So I'm thinking as well, it might be good to do like a sort of clap as well, because at the moment we're just trying to like build it up. I don't really know what we're doing here. So I'm actually just going to put a hat on, just a standard hat that's on it. I'm not actually going to put a hat on my head. I meant this. So that's going to do that thing there. If you want to, you can make it so that the volume sort of rises. But we are going to have to change this FX channel because it's on the same one as the oscillator one. So if you just change it to 5, and I just want to do this quickly because it can sound quite cool. Maybe put a cheeky reverb on that as well, just quickly, just because I want it to sound a bit airy quickly. I probably wouldn't do this that quickly in real life, but you know, we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. So I'm going to do that. So all I've done, if you didn't follow that, all I did was just create an automation clip for this fader. Every parameter you can make an automation clip and control it in the timeline. You just have to draw the grid for it, and then it will do this. See how that hat's coming in. Which is quite a cool thing to do. Now that's nothing to do with the free oscillators at the moment, so that's just like part of what I want to do with the build up. So we're going to make another free oscillators. This one's, luckily this is really quick, this one. So you just make a new oscillator, so it's oscillator free, put it on like 6, put it on FX channel 6, and literally just click this wavy pattern here and you'll get this sound. It's quite piercing. Oh yeah, make sure you change your panel to your pattern to pattern 4, okay? So this is getting a little bit complicated. As soon as you get over this sort of understanding of where everything goes, you're going to be absolutely fine. So if you're not sure, make sure you watch over the series I did 2 days ago on basic sort of how to use FL Studio. Is actually called that, so it's quite useful. So what we're going to do for this is just open up the piano roll for oscillator 3. You can see there, and I'm just going to draw. It's really loud. I'm going to turn that down already. It's too loud. I'm going to turn it down here just so that it won't get any higher than that on this channel. So it's literally just this sound, white noise. But we're going to do lots of cool stuff to the effects of it so that it sounds like it's building up. So you actually start off with like the constant sound and then you manipulate it. So I'm going to bring the sound down like this to like the same level as the hat was originally. And I'm going to do a create automation clip. And I'm just going to quickly do a filter for it. This is a shit filter, so I recommend using the SH1, but we'll look at that later. Not the free filter, sorry, the normal filter. Okay, so I talked last video, I think, or might have been earlier, about a cutoff frequency. So if you just literally right click on that and do an automation clip for the frequency and the resonance, you'll understand what that is in a second. Don't worry, just follow for a second. Okay, so you go into, once that's done, go into the playlist, and you'll see we've got three new sexy things. There should be 3 new sexy things. Okay, so I didn't do that. See, sometimes you've got to check. Oh no, I did do it. Yeah, I'm right. 2 resonance and cutoff frequency. And you'll see that there's also an insert. So this is all for insert 6, which is our build-up thing that we're making. So I'm just going to right click and drag it up like that. I might actually do a bit of you can curve it if you play with that middle bit as well, which is quite cool. Now resonance, it's kind of like the opposite of a what a filter. It's a weird sound. It's kind of like the high endness, but when you combine it, if you actually, we'll do it backwards. So we'll do it so the resonance is high originally and then it goes lower, and that gives quite a cool sound as well. So you can play with that. That's a little tip. A lot of producers do it, but it is not used as much these days because I don't really know why, but maybe it just sounds a little bit cliche now. But it's a nice little technique, and if you use it carefully, it can sound really cool. So all I've done is just done it so the frequency goes up here, releasing more sound. That's what the cutoff frequency does. It's like a big sieve, and it lets sound through slowly. The more that you let, it's like Yeah, kind of like that. I think of it like a sieve that can like be opened and closed, the little pores and stuff. So if you do that, then it should sound something. Wait, hang on. We're gonna do a double bill that. So I'm gonna cut that off like that. Just trust me, and I'm literally just gonna copy it. Okay, so that's like that, and then you need to make sure that you've actually drawn that pattern on. So I'm just gonna draw it 4 times. You can just make it that long if you want, but I can't bother. So here we go. Here's the final piece. Thank you for watching and enjoy. Hopefully you can get something sounding like this or even better. Oh no! 2 seconds. Thank you for watching Make Music Free. The next series we're going to do is all about how to make your first studio, and then I'm hoping to do something, maybe to do something to do with drum and bass. I'd like to make some drum and bass stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any more requests, sort of like maybe about melodies and about using the piano and anything else, just make sure you comment, let me know, I'll do it for you, because I love you guys. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe.